The tyranny of the masses has plagued basically Western civilization for a very long time, and it takes the form of egalitarianism. One of the things that's interesting is with the alt-right or the leftists or Antifa or any of these things, or Antifa or however the hell you say it, they keep changing up how to say it. You see that people have this delusion that because the majority of people agree with something, then it must be true. At certain points in time, the majority of people thought the earth was flat, and unfortunately now we see that making a comeback with the Christian fundamentalists and the Azatruers and a lot of these other people that believe the earth is flat. But how this works is, what you have to understand is the average person is an idiot. And this is the mistake that people have made. And the alt-right and white nationalism in general has always had an issue with the overestimation of the masses. And one of the things that's interesting is the group dynamic can turn a relatively smart person into an extremely stupid person very quickly. It's interesting because I've noticed a lot of people that are alt-right or leftists also have an interest in Richard Dawkins. Now, I like Richard Dawkins too. I like his scientific work on the selfish gene. After the selfish gene, he basically became a professional troll. That's what he is. You will notice the people he debates on Christianity are complete idiots. I've also noticed on Facebook that he was promoting radical leftist ideology and basically Marxism, and I challenged him a couple times on that. By putting comments asking him, why are you promoting leftist ideology when you used to be a eugenist and used to believe in racial realism like other people? No comment back, of course. But what I've noticed is a lot of people like to adhere to this Richard Dawkins concept of the God delusion, if you will. Now, I am a scientific pantheist, so I do believe that God is nature and reality is the law of God. But Richard Dawkins, who is an atheist, but not quite an atheist because he doesn't have the balls to actually be an atheist. He's really quite not, because atheism is not 100% scientific according to him, but he spreads this simplified thinking. And one thing that he points out is the belief in God is a delusion that is supported by the masses. And if everyone didn't believe in it, or the majority of people didn't believe in it, it would be considered a mental illness. Well, the same is true with egalitarianism. Now, this is what people don't understand. And not just egalitarianism, but a lot of things that are popular. Homosexual rights, these things. Now, remember, homosexuals are the minority, but the majority support their rights. And this is what's interesting, or at least the illusion that the majority support their rights, is what is professed by the media and by the governing class in the United States. So what the illusion is that if the majority of people believe something, then it must be okay. I like to go back to the old idea that a lynching, when somebody is lynched, that is democracy. However, when there is a systematic order of a court of law and a prosecution that takes place to sanely go through things and say the person wasn't guilty and they're found innocent, that's what we had with a Republican system of government. In the United States, we have lost our Republican system of government, not entirely, but for the most part, we've lost our Republican system of government due to populism. Now, what you see with Donald Trump is Donald Trump won elected office by pushing populism. What is populism? It's the will of the people. Now, the problem is, what people don't understand, under a constitutional republic, our founders understood that the people need to be protected from themselves. And that's very true. It's unfortunate that more people don't understand this. That's why we had so many laws that allowed the municipalities to design who gets to vote and who doesn't get to vote, and that was blown away by the civil rights movement. And then later it was blown away when the Clinton Congress passed that amendment that doesn't allow quote discrimination on the quote right to vote. Now, mind you, if you look at the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, there's no such thing as a right to vote. So there is no right to vote in the United States. But you are given the illusion that there is. Going further, what we see is we see a system that completely has become a tyranny of the masses. And this is expressed in the modern liberals' ideology, or the modern alt-righters' ideology, and even the modern libertarians' ideology. The modern libertarian who believes strictly in individual rights also believes that, well, the majority of people want marijuana, or at least there's an illusion that the majority of people want marijuana. Therefore, everyone should have the right to have marijuana. Or that, the individual should have ultimate power over any authority figure. The problem is human civilization has been ordered from top to bottom ever since humans have been in groups. And when we get rid of order, we get rid of we have chaos. And that is the problem we face today.